Pisces, this is a yearly tarot reading for you. A 12-month forecast through every single month from December to January throughout 2026. We're looking at you and your life, the planets, the astrology, the chakras, all elements surrounding you and your life. The description is time-stamped, so you can come back here anytime throughout the year, click on the timestamp, go straight to the month, and get a little juicy recap of what's been going down for you and your zodiac. But you should also listen to the whole thing through, because it is really, really interesting. Even more interesting, because for Pisces, this is the year of letting go. There has been so much going on in your mind, with your mental health, with your heart chakra. This is the year of healing that. There's so much inside of you, Pisces. So much that needs to be seen and considered, okay? This is really going to go into all elements of your emotions and your mental health and emotional well-being. And this is about some of the relationships that are just not serving you anymore. But more importantly, this is about you. I'm talking to a Pisces who's been damaged in love, potentially damaged by a Libra, damaged by a Cancer, or you've got strong Cancer in your chart, a Virgo, a Scorpio, an Aquarius even, could have really impacted you. We're talking about every zodiac and how they affect your life sometimes. You've got to understand your natal chart. I would recommend that for you, okay? So go and get your natal chart to understand what you do or don't have in your circumference, what makes you you, and what energies rub up against you in a positive way and a negative way, because you've really been affected. And 2026 is the year you let go of all of those infected energies and start anew. So let's deep dive. To start January, we are looking at a real interesting energy that has to be dealt with now. It's talking about your surrounding environment, who you live with, who you work for, who you spend time with, who you give money to. A Tower card is showing up with the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. This is my first zodiac that is coming into the new year with a real fucking problem. Money, assets, net worth, families, friends, fraud, liars, fakers, heartbreak, hurt. You are coming into January with a deep betrayal energy. You've been betrayed, you've been robbed, you've been stolen from, you've been hurt. Liars, fakers, cheats. Your emotions have really started to crop up now. I think there's going to be some tears, some overflow. If this isn't you, this is what you've done to somebody else. I'm going to say it like that. First reading, we're doing this as well, where I'm flipping it around, because this could be your wife's feelings and you've hurt your wife. You could be getting a divorce, breakup, house collapsing, like so the sale of a house is falling through, or the house that you bought, you can't keep up with the mortgage, the house has got to go. Yeah? Family and friends, massive arguments. There could have been massive arguments at Christmas. December 2025, massive arguments, fighting, bloodshed, maybe New Year's Eve even. Big fights and drama, bad things have happened in January, and the truth of the matter is you are being forced to change. Life is going to change, because this Tower moment and this 5 of Wands, they wait for no man. They wait for no woman. This is when the divine comes in and shuts shit down. This is karmic return for someone. This is someone who has not been living right, and egos are clashing, personalities are clashing, money's clashing, assets are clashing, things are crashing, things are collapsing, stocks going down. It looks very, very bad. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like to come here and prophesize negative shit. It's really not what I want to do. But tell me what the 10 of Swords with a Tower and the 5 of Wands means. Coming out with the cusp card of astrology. It's talking about being on the cusp of all of these things. You're on the cusp of 10 of Swords. You're on the cusp of the Tower. And you're on the cusp of 5 of Wands. That means there is chaos and conflict all around. And you're on the cusp of it. It's a difficult month to start the year, and you're going to have to deal with it head on. Have integrity, have respect for everyone involved, but cut this bullshit out of your life and find a way to get grounded again, because there is toxicity showing up at the start of the year in 2026, and it's going to have to be dealt with. Let's move on to February. We pull up to February with the Cancer Zodiac, ascendant sign. Then we pull up with the 2 of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. You're cutting through it. Yeah, whatever's gone on, whatever's been happening, you could have been stuck in the middle between other people. There could be bloodshed, warfare, real arguments, real fighting, and you may have to be the one to separate and break it up. It looks like someone's crying. I keep seeing a wife crying. I keep seeing like a house fall through. Someone's house is collapsed. Not broken collapse, but financially you can't afford it. So the deal on the house, the mortgage has collapsed. You're going to have to leave. You're going to have to leave your home environment. You're going to have to leave all the things that you've had and sell up, move on, downsize, get a smaller property. And this isn't what you wanted. This is not what you dreamed of. It looks like somebody is struggling because their assets are not coming through at all in the way in which they wanted them to. Yeah, and we're looking at an emotional zodiac sign, a lot of tears and emotions. Someone has to choose to deal with this issue head on, or it's going to get worse. It's like someone who hasn't paid the electric bill for months and months and months on end, and suddenly now you're being cut off. Yeah, your electric bill's being cut off, your gas bill's being cut off, you can't afford to pay the gardener, you can't afford to pay all these additional expenses, and it's getting clear to you now that you need to do something. Yeah, and someone is really upset because this could have been dealt with months ago, years ago, but someone put their head in the sand about all this money, and now it's coming back to bite someone in the arse because someone has not got the money to pay for any of this stuff. Someone is in severe debt now. Yeah, so now it's about time you go to your accountant, you look at this situation, you deal with it, because this is the year of letting go. So if you've had an ego and you've been holding on to this money, my money's going to bounce back, my stocks is going to bounce back, these trades are going to bounce back, you're realizing they're not going to bounce back. And maybe your wife, your missus, your husband, someone's leaving someone behind because someone hasn't been considerate of the other person in the relationship. If this is a woman potentially spending all of the money and not thinking about it, and now she's maxed out the credit cards, and now the debt's massive and they can't afford to pay it back and the bailiffs are coming, or the other way around, the masculine is out here lying about the stability of the household, and now the house has fallen through and it's going to get repossessed because the bills have not been paid and there's no money. Someone's practically bankrupt and the other woman hasn't known, and the other woman's probably going out buying diamonds and jewellery and putting it all on credit, and your arse broke. Serious financial issues, serious discrepancy, a real need to let go of lies and deceit and look at the truth, hold the mirror up to yourself and own what's going on in your life and your finances, and fix the relationship issues as well because of this. Let's see what March is saying. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to settle some kind of legal dispute in March, some kind of argument, because it could be you leaving your kids, you leaving your wife, you leaving your family behind and moving on your own, getting some independence and splitting your money down the middle, agreeing on a contract, agreeing on divorce, agreeing on a settlement for the house. A lot of things have to be put down. This could be someone renovating a house. They said they were going to have the money for the renovations, but they can't afford to keep renovating. So finally, you've gone to the builders and said, sorry, put your tools down. I can't afford it. I can't afford for you to carry on. And you didn't want to stop, but you know that all these workmen are not going to be paid if you keep letting them do this. So the project's come to a halt. I see a house that has just stopped. Like a house project, a house renovation that has just been stopped in its tracks. So now it's just an empty property, or half of the house is still wrapped in plastic and there's pieces of wood and paint and stuff everywhere because the workmen have just had to stop what they're doing. We can't afford it. Yeah? And that is the right move to make. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it, stop. Yeah? That means if the kids haven't got a job, but you pay for everything they do, they need to start paying rent and they need to go and find a job. They need to go to uni, they need to study. You need to move on from your wife. It's not working, you cheated on her, you had an affair, you got to separate, got to move on, get the separation going, let her leave, do not force her to stay, do not keep arguing over this. If she wants out of the marriage, she wants out of the marriage. She wants out of the house, she wants out of the house. She wants a settlement, she wants spousal support. You're going to have to go through it. We're talking divorce, we're talking legal, we're talking houses, we're talking assets, we're talking splitting it down the middle and going your separate ways. Difficult energy in March, but you've got to deal with the issues face on in front of you, commit to self-growth, change and integrity, and close out this old toxic cycle so you can have a better future, okay? April. April, you are officially on your own. This is destiny, this is fate. 8th house, Wheel of Fortune, the Strength card, and the Knight of Swords. Yet you're moving forward. You're a lot faster now, you're on your own. If you had kids, family, other responsibilities, other people you had to pay for, life was incredibly difficult. An independent Pisces is now powering forward on their own, coming off the back of divorce, separation, or this house settlement. You've got the money that you've got the intelligence that you've got, and you are powering forward. You're also in revenge energy. So whoever's fucked you over, stole from you, or whatever you feel like you've lost, you are ploughing forward to get it back. This is the get back month, okay? So you're in April, you've seen your accounts, you've closed out the accounting period, you're starting again in business or career, or with the money that you do have, the assets that you do have, and you are going forward to get a new life that is better for you, and you've left the burden and baggage behind. It looks like a good idea. I wouldn't normally scream for you to go independent, leave your wife and kids and get away, but it looks like it's been a long-standing situation that was toxic. We came straight into January with toxicity, didn't we? It wasn't great, and the relationship's just been there, looming, lingering around, not healthy, full on toxic. But now you're out the gate on your own and you're moving a lot faster. You know where you're going now, because now you've only got to think about yourself. Keep thinking about you, keep thinking about your healing, keep thinking about your money, your assets, your net worth, your mental health and emotional well-being, and we're going to plow forward into May. We pull up to May and it looks gorgeous because the Wheel of Fortune is out again and the Ace of Cups is out with the Ace of Cups, and this is square. You are squaring up and you're squaring shit off, and you're squaring up to whoever you're meant to be squaring up to. You're taking on the boss. This is God's tier energy. This is the final level of the game. Yeah, so you were a little bit downcast or a little bit fuck this, all this difficult stuff in January, February and March. April, you really started kicking ass independently, and as you've done that, now your destiny's activating. Ace of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Your life looks really, really good because the energy you're exuding here is the King of Cups. So you're coming through with this King of Cups energy and this Ace of Cups all over the place in May, and it's just showing me you are in your power, you are taking charge of your life, and you're tempering your emotions. You're using emotions to drive you. Someone who may have not really been open to their emotions before, but now you are really healing. Powerful emotional shift and change in your life in May. If you didn't know that this was your destiny in April, you definitely know that this is your destiny in May, and you are moving forward in this relationship, with this career goal, with these personal dreams and ambitions, working on your mental health, working on your emotional well-being, growing, evolving and ascending, and you're doing it incredibly well. Well done, Pisces. Keep kicking ass. Let us go to June. Okay, we pull up to June and it's looking like you are settling the score. You're making things abundantly clear. You're going, right, this is my work life, this is my personal life, this is my kid, this is my career. After divorce, you need to move into your new house. You need to settle down. You need to work extra hours, get your money up. Now your kids can come to your new house. Now you can have a better arrangement with your wife or ex-wife or ex-partner. Whatever's happened, whoever you've separated from, in June, they are back around and there's apologies, there's respect. Now you've got boundaries, now you're living your separate lives. So it looks like a separation or a divorce, but now you're still going to pick up the kids now. You're still going to have the kids stay around for weekends. The kids are coming to your new house. Your ex-wife's even popping around to your new house to see what it's like. You're trusting your intuition. You're having a new blended family, kind of, because you're not hating on your ex, from what I can tell. There's not massive hate, but you're better alone, and you're learning to live separate lives. It looks really good, it looks really healthy, it looks really purposeful. You can still go out for dinners, I think, sometimes, meet each other at the workplace or at the kids' games, or however you're affiliated to whoever this person is, whatever this connection is. It's like you're still coming together with this person even though you're not together, and everyone's coming together, but it's just a new family dynamic, because whatever was holding you together before, if it was love or marriage, it was toxic, it wasn't working. The money, the lies, the cheating, the deceit, whatever it was, it had to come to an end. Now your public life's better, your working life's better, your money life's better, everyone's life's better now. So everyone's healing because life's better. Yeah, sometimes breaking up is the cure, and it looks like you've broken up with someone and now everyone's better because of it. The kids are flourishing, money's right, everyone's got their own house and property, no more drama, no more bullshit. You are free. Let's move to July. July is interesting because it's saying to me, sorry, I've got to go again. So you've just got to work on balance by being more present in the kid's life, male or female, right? Mother or father is someone who was there for their kids in June, not really there for their kids as much as they would have liked to have been in maybe April because of what was going on. May, you was really working on yourself, but then we get to July and it looks like you're like, I can't really be around you guys too much, I'm really busy, I'm really swamped. You are healing, you're working on yourself, you've healed everything, but your money's running short again a little bit. So you know you was working really full on, full time in May. You calm down in June to celebrate and make time for the family, but July you've got to get straight back to it again, because you can feel the money dwindling away, and you are aware that you're not well off like you used to be, and you don't want to get back into a situation where you're behind on bills or racking up a debt, and you still got things to pay for the kids. So I think it's dawning on you. Watch your money when you're with these family members and the kids again in June, because if you're coming back, if you're making all this money, then coming back to see them and giving them all the money again, then it's a bit of an unhealthy habit. Everyone needs to get jobs. There's got to be a certain amount of allowance. There's got to be a budget. Don't be overspending, over shopping, buying miscellaneous expensive gifts, or splashing out on takeaways consecutively. You've got to have a bit of balance, okay? Because it is kind of weighing on you financially again in July, okay? Watch your money again in July, guys. Let's move on to August. Okay, we arrive in August and Scorpio energy is coming out, so that's significant here. But the star's coming out, the Eight of Cups is coming out, and the Six of Swords is coming out. I feel like you're moving on from these family, even if it is kids and whoever you were with. I know you brought them back into your life in June. You came back around this social group and these family and friends back in June, but I feel like you realise you still need more time to heal, because it looks like the star came out in July, but the star card's coming out again in August. You're still not healed from this. Remember, whatever happened in January, toxic as fuck. February, really fucking difficult. March, a real struggle. You've really been going through it. So although you're trying to let more people back in your life and look like you're stable and grounded and things are okay, you are still really struggling, Pisces. So what you're going to have to do is take heed of this message, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, and take time to be alone. If you're with one person and it's a Scorpio, then just focus on you and the Scorpio. And Scorpio to me talks about deep feminine emotions, really deep emotional energy. So there's a lot of emotions you've got to work through. I see a lot of crying that needs to happen. Go inside your house, but inside of you, and just cry, deal with these internal issues, because you've been weighed down, and I know you just want to love on these people, but you can't, because the reason a lot of this stuff didn't work and broke down and you had a tower moment is because you were loving on these people. So you're slowly going backwards, bringing them back into your life all this way again, because you still need to heal. You need to heal. You've got to let go. You're holding on too tightly again. Remember the year of letting go, and straight away, as soon as you've got money up again and you've got your new house again, you've got stable again, everyone's came back in. You're meant to let them go. Your life looks really good when you're rushing around doing things and you're in your destiny and you're purposeful and working hard. But life's working, isn't it? Because that's what you're meant to be doing. But you feel like you owe everyone else time and money. And that's all you keep doing, working to give out time and money. And that's how you lost everything last time round. So you've got to balance out your energy and give more to yourself. I know you've got kids, but you've got to have boundaries, especially if they're older. You've got to have budgets and allowances and reason. You just can't spend money here and there and everywhere and overgive. Splashing out the cash just to spoil them and make them feel good. Because then you're missing again in July. And then in August you're not around. Because you haven't got it to give. Because you keep coming up empty. Because you're overgiving when you have it. You've got to give a lot smaller. And you've got to let them know they're adjusting to what you can give now. But you haven't got it all. Let's dive into September. Wow, September is fascinating. Taurus, Death card, the World card, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune again. This is a really, really important year for you, Pisces. It's showing me that there is all of this money that is destined for you. A business idea, a dream, a manifestation. You're closing out this old cycle. It's really sad, yeah? And you've got to work out balance in your life if you do have kids and family. If this is work related and it's not about kids and family, it's about colleagues and people that rely on you in the working environment. You're ready for big bucks, big dreams, millions, billions, trillions. You've got massive, big business ideas. That's why you struggle sometimes financially, and that's why you potentially lost it all a couple times, because you're a big risk taker and you've got big ideas and you understand money at a bigger level. When you're on your own, you make money well. When you're around other people, you don't make money well. And when you're around other people all the time, you give too much money away. You've been struggling because of this. You are being asked to let go of giving away money to anyone else and give it to you. Obviously, if there's direct debits and standing orders that you need to set up to make sure your family and friends and kids receive, the ones that rely on you for valid reason, but don't just give money to anyone for any reason. You need all your money. You need to invest it in you and your business. There is a lot that you need to do business-wise. There is a massive business plan and a massive financial opportunity. Someone is showing up to you with some money. It's not a lot of money, but what they're presenting, yeah, doesn't look like a lot of money, but it will flourish into billions, yeah? Millions and billions is available. Someone's got an idea. It could be a daughter. It could be an assistant. If you've got a personal assistant, an assistant that works from you, or a sister, someone has a money idea. And it looks really, really small, but they're talking about it being much bigger than it appears to be. And to you, it looks like a big dream, but to them, it's a big deal and it's starting to manifest. I think someone's telling you something that you didn't know about, a culture or community or a way of making money that you didn't really know about. And they're telling you and you're like, okay, whatever. And you're like, how much have you made so far then? And then they're like, well, I've already made $250,000 in the last 4 years, but I need this much money to make this much. Like someone's sharing something really interesting with you, and for them it could be $5,000, it could be 20k. They could only need £400 for you, but that £400 they need from you, that could develop and be 4 billion in 4 years. That's how silly it is. Yeah, you got to listen to people when they show up with dreams and ambition, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of that if you're an ambitious person. Yeah, a lot of people sleep on themselves, and that's why people sleep on them. The harshest, meanest people in this world sometimes, and also the nicest, they really do pull up with a strong energy, because you can't be sleeping on me. So I'll kill you with kindness, or I'll kill you with meanness. But the truth of the matter is, we're going to have to kill any ideology that I'm not who I say I am, because I'm going to succeed in this life. The story that I'll share with you, which is a beautiful example of money and mastery, is the story of Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, right? He built his first AI computer, spent billions on it. No one gave a fuck when it came out. There was no opening celebration, no ceremony, no big deal for this gorgeous AI computer. And the only person that called and said, can we get one of these, was OpenAI, a charity organization that didn't even pay for the computer. Didn't desire to pay for the computer because there was a charity. NVIDIA is now the richest company in the world, trading on stock market. trillions. And he already plowed billions into the making of that AI computer. No one wanted it. Massive ceremony did not exist for the opening of this. There was no celebration. There was no line of customers. Nothing. He was in the whole billions. Now he's up trillions. Yeah? Believe in your dream. Even though it's yet to be seen, you have your own divine machine. Make it, build it, create it, and work with other people with great minds. There are great minds out there doing great things. Believe in yourself and go forth and prosper, okay? Let's dive in to October. When we pull up to October, we're talking about a lot changing in your life. We've got 7 of Wands, Magician, and Temperance. You're going to need to balance out your energy. You could be being a little bit saucy, a little bit OTT, a little bit over the top, a little bit bossy, a little bit rude, a little bit obnoxious. You're in your power. You're making your machine. You're happy living your life. Whatever you're doing, you're building something. You're making your content, you're designing something, you're building your business, you're building your brand, and you're in your power. I already gassed you up and said all this amazing stuff in September about what it means to just kick ass and do it and forget what anyone else is kind of saying about whether or not you can achieve it or not. You let people know you can achieve it, but check your ego. Check your mind frame, because you still need to make healthy allegiances, positive relationships, and people need to feel like they know you and can trust you, and you need to be reliable, and you still need to think about whoever these people are you've left behind as well, because I'll keep getting the kids. So you're still going to want to see them and go out to dinner for them. Like, you can't disown your kids. Still be a mother or a father, please. I don't care if you're a big boy CEO or business person making billions or trillions. Show up for your kids, at least, please. Goodness gracious me, okay? Show up for your kids, show up for your money, show up for your mental health, please. October. Next, let's go to November. We pull up to November. Libra energy is coming out, and I'm looking at a really interesting shift in a relationship. I'm looking at your ex, and I'm looking at you question whether or not you want to be back with your ex. I'm looking at your kids and your family and the life. This could be a company or business. I've said relationship all the way through, but it could be a relationship at work, career, affiliates, stakeholders, a company that you work for, a company that you part-owned or co-founded. Either way, you're looking like you want to be back with that because it looks really good again. There's a chance for you to come back on the board, join the company again, invest in this business again. You may be getting your company back or your business back. I don't know if you're going to get the house back. We spoke about the house early on, but someone's getting something back that they lost earlier in the year. Whatever was giving you trouble in January, February, and March, you can get it all back in November. You can get your life back in November if you want it. This time you're going to make some changes, adjust your money differently. You're going to invest. You can invest in something. Now you've got more opportunity. So imagine you had person with significant control of the company, and you had 75% shares or something like that, or you was the main leaseholder on the house. Whatever it is, you had full ownership and a lot of responsibility. Now, since you've separated and gone through all of this, things are split down the middle. You're more secure. So it looks like you could invest 10% in this, 20% in this, 30%. Like there's more you can offer. You can have more shares or a better leverage or opportunity in this instead of having all of it, because the burden was the 75% or more of this. Now you can have a smaller stake. You're going to get more out of it in the long run because it's more, at least you're assured. There's some kind of assurance that comes with this safety. This is your nest egg. This is your safety blanket. The risk of this asset has been removed because of this. There could have been some kind of damage or fire or some kind of I want to say token burn more than anything else. If you know what that means, you know what it means. But it's giving token burn energy, like assets being burned away. Could have been fraud, pump and dump, fucked up shit, like with the money and drama at the top here with illegal issues, and we've had scamming conversations in other readings as well, so go and check them out. But it's like toxicity has definitely been around, and it's clearing up now. So if you had to lie to the bank or lie to your husband or wife about your money, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Or getting rid of money that's not, that you shouldn't have, that you didn't declare. Like you're like, I didn't declare this on my taxes, I'm not doing right. Like there's some documentation that you really fucked up, but and I think that was really weighing on you early in the month. I think you're sorting that out. I think if there was any risk or damage to your reputation or to your money because of things that you did or didn't file on time, I think that they're being filed correctly by, or it's all being worked out properly by November. So you haven't got to rest, you haven't got to lose sleep, and you can rest assured that it's going to be okay, you know. Because I didn't even mention it before, but now it's like someone who could have potentially been seen as a scammer or a fraudster or done something really, really wrong. You're getting cleared of wrongdoing because the accounts are balancing out. The accounting, the numbers, the house, the asset, everything's balancing out, okay? Thank goodness. Let's go to December. Okay, this is really, really nice. We're coming into December with you really wanting to give gifts and wanting to give back. This is helping other people. I feel like you've got your priorities straight and you've got your mind right, and you realize the kind of person you were in the past. So if you are really rich and well off and you've gone through this financial disaster, but you're still safe financially, I think you're going to give back to charity a lot more, maybe feed the homeless, help other people. You're starting to realize that your net worth is for giving and helping other people and providing other people with a net so they can too not collapse on the floor and struggle. Because I think the wake up call for you to nearly lose it all really has woken you up to how much more you should have been helping people. Because now if you're a wife who struggled and lost it all, you know what that's like. If you're a husband who loses his family and separate, and you're a husband away from his kids and lost all his money, you know what that's like. So now you can support husbands who are out on their arse. Or now you can support single mums who are struggling. You can support people who have lost their house. Whatever your story is, you're now an advocate for that social group and a shining light for that community, and you can now help them based on your story. That's why God puts you through things. That's why things happen, so you can be a better human, a more evolved, light, spiritual being who can actually help and advise others through your own life experience. And now you are throwing away jewelry, rings, clutch purses. I've got like lots of bling. You're not throwing it away, but like selling it on, giving it to charity shops, selling the expensive stuff on for money, investing that money, selling ornaments and stuff for auctions for the money, and putting that money to charity, giving that money away, helping people. You're becoming a helper. You're becoming a light source. Well done. Well done. The Hermit card, the Queen of Cups. You have a heart now. Your heart was icy and stone cold. You could have been the kind of person that made jokes with your friends, where it was like, I'll rather throw the money in the bin before I give money to charity. Hell no, fuck charity. I hate charity. Like, you could have been that person just out of naivety, or you've just been immature and stupid, not really thinking. Now you realize that some people are fucking broke and struggling to death, and all that money that you throw away, like imagine you just throw a tenner in the bin. There's a tramp there, and like, it's rude to say a tramp, but there's a poor person there, a homeless person. I've been homeless, I get it, so I talk blunt. But there's a homeless person there, no money whatsoever, and you've got a tenner, and just to take the piss, you've taken the tenner, thrown it in the trash, or ripped it up and thrown it, ripped it up in front of their face and just laughed and walked away. Because I do get a little mean-spirited Pisces up here. Do you get what I mean? Like in the January, February, March months, before you woke up and realised that you were fucking arse broken, nearly out on your arse and nearly homeless like the rest of us. And then you realise, fuck, I need to be a better person. Like, imagine, like, that £10 that you ripped up in front of that poor person, that could have fed them for the rest of the week. And do you know what's really nice about homeless people as well? They don't just look after themselves, they look after each other. So that homeless person, if you gave that person a tenner, yeah, they could have spent it all on drugs and got absolutely high and wasted, but they could have bought food for them and two of their other homeless friends and fed everyone in the tent for about a week. Yeah? Or they could have bought a new tent and a new duvet and a new socks for them and a friend. They could have really, really got something. Like, people really value a pound and a penny, believe it or not. When you have nothing, changes you, you know? I've been through some real shit in my life and I cannot complain. It's changed. It made me a better person, yeah? These things make you better people, so just be grateful for it and try and have a little bit more respect and compassion. Not everyone was made with a silver spoon in their mouth. Not everyone has money. Not everyone grew up with a mummy or daddy who could fit the bill. Not everyone made it in their lives like you did, yeah? And it's about understanding that. And some people work through tooth and nail to get where they are. Some people that are also homeless that I met on my homelessness journey, they were just like me, entrepreneurs, yeah? Amazing people. They had stock of clothes and designs and so much stuff that they built for themselves off their own back. Musicians, instruments, beautiful paintings, stuff that they had created for themselves, patents, beautiful things that they had done for themselves. And that's why they're homeless, because they spent all of their last money on building their dream and they didn't make it to the big time, so they fell on their ass. And they couldn't get back up because they didn't have another way out. They didn't have stocks, dividends, investments. They didn't have multiple companies. They didn't have a mum or dad with the money to support them. They didn't have anyone to love on them or be there. They had nothing. So they crushed out and fell to the floor, and now they live in a tent. Yet they had big dreams. They're highly educated. Some of them got degrees. Highly qualified. Worked with some amazing people in their lifetimes, if you ask them their life story. Done amazing things. Devastating, you know? So we've got to love and respect everyone for who they are and stop being judgy. You know what I mean? Or God will strip us of our shit to teach us a valuable lesson. And someone really got stripped of their shit and got awakened to the fact that they nearly fucked up. This could be someone who could fuck up who potentially lost the family home. If you was the one that provided the family home for the whole family, suddenly now you can't afford to pay for the family home. And where's the whole family going to live? So suddenly you make fun of homeless people, but now your mum, your dad, your brother and your sister and you are out on your ass homeless. Disaster. That's God teaching valuable lessons right here, right now, okay? So the summary for the Pisces reading is really talking about absolutely every Pisces engaging with this, waking up to the light and dark of life, yeah? The light and dark sides of positivity, healing, wholeness, you knowing who you are and owning it, letting go of the things that do not keep you going. You're holding on to ego, you're holding on to pride, you're holding on to appearance, you're holding on to a company that's not making any money, you're holding on to a relationship that's broken, you're holding on to be this great father or mother in front of your kids, keeping up appearances. It's giving me Hyacinth Bucket from the TV show Keeping Up Appearances, yeah? Trying to be this version of you that is not really you, is weighing on you, and it collapses and you're forced to let go of everything that isn't you by the end of the year, and you're better off for it, and you have more respect, more integrity, you're enlightened, and you start doing charity, you start being a good person because you nearly lost it all and you would have been a charity case out on your ass if you didn't fix this yin and yang imbalance in your life and start respecting people for who they are, yeah? I hope that finds you well, Pisces. I'll be back soon with more.